Hello, friends from the manga world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the December 2023 new releases. This is for manga. Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell on the international market. And just to give you a warning here, you may see some titles here that we talked about in previous months, but things change, delays happen, and so you may see those titles repeated here again. And yeah, uh, aside from this channel, just letting you know, check us out on our other social media platforms at PRH International Comics. I'll link that below so that you have access to those. And just to give you a brief, if you're new to this, a brief outline of how we do these, we typically like pick our favorites for the month. And we only choose a tiny bit, so there's obviously more on here that we can't talk about, but we'll do our picks. Then we'll go into the volume ones that you should take a look at, and then we'll leave you with the rest of the list so that you can take a look at what else is coming out in December. And so
Yep.
we'll go ahead and get started here on our picks. And first up is actually mine. And this is I Married My Female Friend, Volume 1. Very straightforward title, which I really like. This is
Yeah.
a slice of life Yuri tale from the creator of Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, which is also from Seven Seas that you can get from us. And this is about two women, happy women. I love the cover, how they each
I
hold
know.
one bag for their groceries, like they're sharing the load. It's so
Yeah.
adorable and cute. Well, these two women make a deal that in 5 years, if they're still single, they're just deciding to get married. Like this is just it for them. They're just gonna get married to each other. So it's a question of, is it all it is? Is this arrangement of just two close roommates with
Yeah.
quotation marks? Uh, are they just two roommates, or is this more than just a friendship? Is this a different love that can blossom between these two? And so you're gonna have to read more to find out. Uh, Definitely something that I will pick up.
Yes.
And yeah,
Very cool. Next up is my first pick. This is My Dog is a a God, Volume 1. This is by Mikito Shinen is the author, and Ritsu Aozaki is the illustrator, who happens to be the illustrator also of the Dragon's Knights Beloved, a series that we also have from Seven Seas. And this is, as you can, yeah, my dog is a a god is basically this, what it implies on the title. There is this god of death, or I forget how you call it in Japanese, so I'm not even going to try it. Um, but it's basically a Grim Reaper who goes into Earth, is sent to Earth to help souls pass into the next life. And he is given the form of a dog and is sent into this hospice out in the countryside full of older people. And because of his dog smell, he can smell people who have troubled lives or have regrets. And he comes into their life, he goes to them. And it's sort of like, for those of you who've watched Highway to Heaven with back in the 70s, 80s, basically that premise of an angel or a creature who's helping you resolve your issues before you pass on to the next life, or help you, although Highway to Heaven, it wasn't about them dying, but you know the concept of this celestial creature coming to help you resolve some regrets, and in this case before you pass on, and you can go to your next life without any regrets. It sounds like it's such a beautiful premise. I love this cover. It's such a beautiful sort of, with the cherry blossoms, and the look on the dog is amazing. And I think it's going to be one of those that is going to make you uh, have a lot of feelings as you're reading. So every once in a while, I also like to read this kind of thing. So I think it's going to be a good one to follow. Definitely.
Next up, I had to choose a light novel here. This is Loyal Soldier, Lustful Beast. This is a noblewoman, Giselle's world turned upside down. So basically, Giselle is summoned to serve as the king's prize concubine. But the problem is, as is a problem, is she already loves someone else. And her love and heart belongs to this sultry man that you see here is a manservant, Wallace, who is an adoring, love-struck soldier who like worships the ground that she walks on. And it's hard to give that up, right? So her relationship with Wallace is basically treasonous because of her position as the king's concubine. And so their love is going to be difficult, to say the least. And this is actually the first light novel for Steamship, the imprint dedicated, and that imprint is dedicated to like sexy romance for women. And so this is very exciting. It's like a monumental like title for Steamship for sure. So I just wanted to point it out. This seems also the art is very beautiful as
It
well.
is.
So
Yeah.
mhm.
And next is my next pick is called Obey Me. Obey Me! Exclamation point. The comic, volume one. This is written by Subaru Nito and it's NTT Solmare, I guess. It's the original work because this is based on a game, on an Otome game that was also turned into an anime. And this is just a straightforward, think of Toma game. Yeah. But in this case, this is an underworld school, and all of a sudden this little sheep wakes up in the Royal Academy, and the name of the company is Diavolo in Devildom, and this creature all of a sudden finds themselves surrounded by seven demon brothers, and in great otome fashion, you know, this creature, the sheep needs to navigate. It's a human turned into sheep, and they need to navigate the seven demons in sort of in the school, and of course, there's going to be a lot of flirting, a lot of a lot of funny and awkward situations that this person is going to be encountering during it. And and then obviously the creature has to figure out how to get their memories and how to turn back into a human. That's part of it, obviously. But obviously, I see in the description the two words devilish hijinks, and definitely describes what this book is about. I am really getting into not into Otome games, although I wouldn't be past that playing Otome games, but I'm really getting into mangas and animes about Otome games. And we have this one, the villainess reincarnated into an Otome game as a villainess. And I really liked it. And I think that's why I think this one I'm really gonna like it. Plus, I love when the plot characters are in a demon world, especially if it's a school setting. So make what you like of that. It's my taste, but I think it's something that is becoming a big thing. All these otome themed stories are into manga and anime. So here's a new one for you if
And
you're into that too.
this is huge because of
Yeah,
how big the game is and
the
like
game.
it has like in the millions of downloads worldwide with the game. So it has like a huge already existing fan base. I already have like a whole bunch of people on my Christmas list for like the holidays who's gonna like freak out over this because they're just fans of the game, and this will just add more to the story for those fans. So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely like the timing of this is great too,
yeah.
with it
I think
being close
and
to the holidays.
this might be the one that makes me start playing otome games. Just so you know.
Uh,
And I'm not
you two
ashamed
could
of it.
have
Yeah,
pocket boyfriends. You
yeah,
can
yeah. Why not?
that can fawn over you.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. And then next up is my next pick.
Yes.
And this is Ultramarine Sky. So this is from the same creator, uh, Furia? Furia? Sorry. But I love the the other series that they did, My Summer of You. Excellent. Which
Yes.
I think this month we're also getting the volume 3 of that. You'll probably see that in a later in like the later slides. But this is of course I'm gonna have to pick this up, and you should too. So this one is a romance between these classmates, and Kai and Ray, they've always been in the same class together, but then a new school year like comes around, but they're separated, and they're really feeling the separation that they didn't really feel. I mean, once you separate with someone, you just start to realize how much that that is an issue when you've been seeing each other for all the time. So one day, Kai finds Ren sleeping in his own classroom and then whispers a confession into his ear while he's sleeping. And of course, in all these stories, they're never really sleeping. And and Kai's confession is heard. And so it's a question of, will he acknowledge Kai's confession? Will they do so? Will they connect more beyond this? You can see the theme here. I just like
Yes.
this trope is like one of my favorites. It's like friends to lovers trope. I've picked two of them already for the month of December. So this is if you're into that trope, that's definitely something that you want to dive into for this one. So yeah.
Yes. All right. And my next pick is Pass the Monster Meat, My Lady #1. This is written by Chika Misube and designed by Pepperon and created by Kanata Hoshi. This, I mean, the title kind of says it all, but I'll read this first, line in the description. A fantasy romance about a voracious lady who delights in monster meat and a mad-blooded duke who is swept off his feet by her curious charms. Um, there's not much to say about this. It's what I just said. It is this noble lady, and in this world, she acquires the taste for monster meat, which is not a normal thing for this world. But she doesn't only likes to eat it; she likes to devour. She's like obsessed with it, and there is this duke who, for some reason, falls for her, and there's all this will they, won't they romance, but she's like really more into the monster meat than anything else. Uh, and obviously she struggles by that's the part of the plot too. She is a character that struggles to fit in into high society and to find her perfect match. But of course, there's this one guy who's also kind of weird, so things might happen in there. I love also these stories that, fantasy with a romance with very weird premises, and especially when the characters are not accepted or can't fit into nobility. I love all that. I feel I love those. I love it when it's isekai, when the characters come from our world into their world and then he can't fit in. They can't fit in, but then they make it somehow. So this is one of those stories. And of course, it's just a big, sort of beautiful epic romance fantasy that everybody, there's a lot of fans for that too, and it's humorous. You can't go wrong with humor, obviously, too. So this is my last pick for this month.
And we're gonna dive into the volume ones next. So I'll just highlight a bit here. We have Breakfast with My Two-Tailed Cat. This is volume 1. This is about a talking supernatural cat who rescues a man from loneliness as they enjoy the peaceful country life and delicious food, as very much encapsulated into that cover image there. And then obviously not new, but it is still volume one to volume three, but it's encapsulated in this omnibus for fairy tale. So if you wanted to pick it up, this is a good collection to do it through. And I won't tell you much about fairy tale, but I just wanted, because everyone knows it at this point,
Yeah.
but just letting you know the omnibus is coming out in
It's
December.
almost 20 years, I think. I was looking it up. I can't find it, but
Oh,
I know
really?
it's yeah, it's coming up on the 20-year anniversary.
Wow. It
Just
doesn't
so you
feel
know.
that way
I
at
know,
all.
right? But it is.
And then
Yeah.
we have How I Met My Soulmate. This is volume one, obviously, from the creator of Waiting for Spring. This is a college romance that meditates on just what destiny means and whether the one is really out there. So it questions that. It's a great shoujo manga to pick up on for this month. And then Magic Knight Rayearth. This is we've seen this before, like we've talked about this before. So this is what I mentioned earlier. You may see some repeat titles, but again, this is for fans of like Sailor Moon, She-Ra. Uh, for instance, this is a masterpiece of a work from Clamp, and it's about three Tokyo teenagers who cross through a magical portal and become champions of another world. It's a modern manga classic. This is definitely something to definitely pick up for this month as well.
Yes. And continuing the volume ones, we have The Secret of Friendship, and it's a self-contained shoujo drama of romance and friendship written by the author of the hit manga series High School Debut and My Love Story. I love that cover, by the way. I love them taking a selfie right outside the classroom, but you see the classmates in there. It's so cool. And then we continue with She's My Knight, Volume 1. So popular boy secretly falls for a princely girl in this gleeful borderline parody of a high school shoujo manga that fans demand in print. Prepare for a wacky tongue-in-cheek shoujo comedy like Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. And the next one, it's one of my favorites recently. And I love that we're doing a 3-in-1 omnibus. It's Tomo-chan is a Girl, volumes 1 to 3. And this is a hilarious story of a girl who will do anything to win her best bud's heart, inspired by the anime. It's a little bit more than that. It's like it's a girl who's a tomboy. They've been friends since little. They like each other clearly, but he wants to be she's stronger than him. He wants to be prove that he can be strong also to defend her. It's very cute. It's very awesome. They are a lot of funny, awkward moments. I highly, highly recommend it. And I didn't pick it because I knew it was going to be on the number ones, but it would have been probably my top pick this month. There you go. And that's it for the number ones.
Yes, that's it for number ones. And as mentioned before, we'll leave you with the rest. We'll leave you like this, like visually, you're not going to see
Stay
us,
here. Yeah.
but in spirit, we'll still be
Yes.
here. But you can stay on to view the rest of this video to see what else is coming out this month. So definitely stick around for more. But we'll close out here and definitely comment down below on what you're picking up this month. And yeah, we do this on a monthly basis, as you can see from the title here. So we do this every month. And yeah, that's it for now. We enjoyed doing this. Come back for more. We also do FOC picks, weekly FOC picks. So definitely check out those videos too.
And collected editions monthly too.
Collected editions, all not just
Just
manga.
check
Yeah,
out everything we do.
it's all nerdy stuff. So, all
Yes.
right, bye.
Thank you. Bye.